Welcome to one of the more important events we've had recently, the Team Go Rocket event. Starting with my boy, or gal, Sierra.
Now, this event is huge when it comes to the team leaders because they've got brand new Shadow Shiny Pokemon, one of which I think is new and I can't wait to see. And Giovanni, team leader, has a new Shadow Legendary Pokemon as well, which we will be getting today. Sierra, though, has Routes. Shadow Shiny Routes, I gotta get it. Second Pokemon she could have is either Steelix, Sableye, or Milotic, and the third Pokemon is either Houndoom, Nidoqueen, or Gardevoir. So I'm going in with a Metagross, Lucario, and Necrozma. It's actually my Shadow Hundo. And I think this Lucario, wait, hold on. Yeah, this is the right one. All right, sweet, and now we eat. Now, is this team leader specifically worth battling? It's good to know that Shadow Gardevoir is actually the 8th best overall fairy type in the entire game. So, yes, that's worth going after. Plus, Shadow Shiny Gardevoir would be insane if we could find it. I do not have one, and honestly, I'm definitely like back in it on the Shadow Shiny grind. I didn't really care about it before, but I want every Shadow Shiny that comes out ever. I have an itch right now, so we're gonna satisfy that. Also, this Milotic is ruining my life. Nice. Last Pokemon, be easy for me. Yes. Perfect. And then we use our trusty dusty Lucario to take this sucker down. Sick, okay. Sierra's down. And we will get, dang it. On to the next.
And the next thing actually being this Zamazenta, which I still don't have the shiny of yet. I've been trying so hard. Aha, next we've got Giovanni, and honestly, this is the #1 chase for me during this event because he's got something sick. Has Shadow Shiny Galarian Zigzagoon, bro. I gotta get this. The second Pokemon he could use is either Marowak, Aerodactyl, or Venusaur. Third Pokemon, Tyranitar, Crobat, or Obstagoon. So I'm going Tyranitar, Lucario, and a Shundo Heatran for the shiny. Using the quick swap strategy here into Lucario. Easy, no hits on Lucario, homeboy's safe. And then Venusaur. I was gonna say my worst nightmare, but not really because we had to have a Heatran. Although now it's buried because I swapped. I should stop doing that. These are easy enough. Now, I don't think Galarian Obstagoon, Shadow Galarian Obstagoon is all that meta relevant. It might be good in PvP. If it is, please let me know in the comments below. But what I'm really excited about is the shiny, dude. Shiny Galarian Zigzagoon is one of the best shinies Pokemon Go has ever made, ever, hands down, no contest. So for that to have a Shadow shiny now, to say I need this in my life is a massive understatement. We have to catch this at some point, either today or next week. We have to get it. Sweet, Venusaur down. The last Pokemon is, of course, Tyranitar, which I need Lucario for. There we go, Lucario's back, Tyranitar's done, easy. And from this, God, nothing yet. But we have another Zamazenta. Wish me luck. L. Got another Sierra. Okay, we need to stop going after team leaders because it's time to go after the leader. And we have it right here. I had to scroll back quite a ways, but we got It's a Rocket's World. I don't think this is not the newest research. This is one that I've had buried in my special research for a while now. And we can skip this, and there we go. We got our Super Rocket Radar. Fantastic. Which means we can suss out all these fake Giovanni. Oh, this is the real Giovanni. That was so easy. I love that. Okay, cool. So we're gonna use, I'm actually using my Super Rocket Radar. Yes, this literally never happens, but it's time. Giovanni starts with Persian. Second Pokemon is either Rhyperior, Nidoking, or Kingdra. And third Pokemon, I will be swapping this over to my Shadow Tyranitar, right? Yes. Because the third Pokemon is Heatran, Shadow Heatran, which actually is one of the better fire types in Pokemon Go. Okay, starting off with Persian. Oh my God, getting destroyed, ow. Shadow Heatran is actually the 4th best overall fire type. It is the #1 non-primal, non-mega fire type in the entire game. It is a monster. I should have done the swap strategy for this. That is tragic. Heatran is nuts as a Shadow. The #1 Shadow fire type and the #1 non-mega, non-primal. This thing is a monster, and thank God we got Rhyperior. Fantastic. Geez, this thing does some freaking damage though. So it's obviously a huge strategy in Pokemon Go to not use your Super Rocket Radars and to stack them and wait until a very good team leader comes around and then just use all of them on the good team leader. I won't be using all of my Super Rocket Radars on this Giovanni, but I definitely will be catching at least the first one because I for sure definitely need Shadow Heatran in my life. Although, the nice part about Shadow Legendary Pokemon is that I'm gonna lose this battle. The nice part is I'm gonna lose this. Okay, this is This is embarrassing. See, Shadow Hatred's pretty good. Same team, different strategy. The nice part about Shadow Legendary Pokemon now is that, well, now that we have Shadow Legendary raids, you can absolutely guarantee that a Shadow Legendary that comes out in Giovanni will eventually come to the Shadow raids, which means you'll be able to get it not only once, like you can through Giovanni, but like a ton of times. So don't worry if you don't want to use your Super Rocket Radar for some reason and you want to hold on to it, that's fine, because Shadow Heatran and every other Shadow Legendary will come back out in the Tier 5 Shadow raids. And typically when that happens, it sometimes comes out shiny, which is kind of sick. So fingers crossed, next time we see Shadow Heatran after this, it's a Shadow Shiny Heatran. All right, let's see if we can get this down properly this time. Oh my God, it just one-shot me. That was crazy. What? We got this. We can take a hit. Yes. Okay, do we Origin Pulse or Surf? What do we do? I'm going Origin Pulse. Bam. GG. It's over. GG no re. Giovanni's dead. Pizza boy Giovanni goes down. Fantastic. That completes the special research, which we do want to complete so that we can get the next Super Rocket Radar. And then, so cool! Our Shadow Heatran, 1340 CP. Honestly, I shouldn't be well, I was gonna say I shouldn't be golden raspberrying this, but I forget that we only have 19 Premier Balls, so maybe we do. Super cool though to see this first ever time Shadow Heatran is in the game, caught up in the first ball, praying for good IVs here. Although, even if it's not good IVs, it might not be worth powering up, because like it'll come to raids eventually. And the raids guarantee high IVs, but this one, pretty good. I'm gonna power it up to level 40 and go against my word, just because why not? 300,000 Stardust down the drain, 3,600 CP, but this wouldn't be the fourth most meta-relevant fire type in the entire game if it still had Frustration. And during this event, this is why this event is so important, the Rocket event, you can get Frustration off of your Shadow Pokemon, and that is an absolute game changer. So definitely do that with all of your Shadow Pokemon that have meta-relevant moves on them. Is there no fire move for Heatran? Fire Blast, thank you. And boom, fantastic, there's that. And speaking of that, if we search up at Frustration, we can bring up all of the Shadow Pokemon that we have that have Frustration still. And then I'm just gonna go on a quick TM spree. Why do I have all these Shadows? Stratini's starred. I don't know why I have any of these. Don't know, don't care, they're all getting Frustration off.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, I'm stopping there. Wait, is this Totodile good? Oh God, all right, hold on. And then we will finish off this research, whatever this is, 3,000 XP and Krogunk. Cool, success, there's that. Now, we do have our Heatran, challenge isn't over. Also, did we just get the Team Rocket? Oh wait, hold on. Definitely need that dust, we just spent all of it. Let's see if we can find ourselves some more of the Team Go Rocket leaders. I wanna try to get a Shadow Shiny today, and there's new Shadow Pokemon to look for as well. And now the last leader of the three here, we've got Team Go Rocket leader Arlo, who has easily the most meta-relevant Pokemon out of everything right now. It's Beldum. Yes, dude, Shadow Shiny Beldum, which I do have. I have my Shadow Hundo Beldum. I got a Shadow Shiny Beldum, but this is definitely one of those Pokemon where if you could get more, for sure. So obviously Shadow Beldum is the first Pokemon. The second Pokemon could be either Hypno, Gyarados, or Charizard. Please don't be Gyarados. Okay, we'll take a Hypno. Then the third Pokemon can be either Metagross, Snorlax, or I want to say Scizor is the name of this Pokemon. Drawing a blank here. It's the red pincher bug with wings, Scyther's evolution. So in terms of meta relevancy, this is absolutely the most meta relevant team leader to attack and defeat out of all of them, probably including out of Giovanni as well. Don't get me wrong, fire types are extremely useful, but so are steel types. So having a really good Shadow Beldum is absolutely key in Pokemon Go. So to get it during this event and then to immediately be able to TM Frustration off of it is definitely the play. Also, Reshiram just soloed that. Did you see that? I was just saying. So if you're gonna hunt any of the team leaders, absolutely hunt this one. I'll be with Cliff looking for that Shadow Shiny, but we got a Beldum. We'll take it. Now, that's not all. There is more to this event and more important things as well to go out and find. So let's see if we can get some of it with some eggs. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think about this, but we're gonna drop the daily incense as well because the shiny Galarian birds are here. Let's see if we can find one. Ooh, no Galarian bird, but we've got 2 Cliff. And as I said, there is actually more going on during this event. We've got Team Go Rocket, who is obviously appearing more often, so if you want to find more team leaders, right now is absolutely the time. We've got Shadow Raids happening with the Tier 1 Shadow Raids, having Shadow Machop, Grimer, Execute, and Sudowoodo. I'm gonna have to find one of those. Definitely the most meta-relevant thing there, Shadow Machop. Shadow Machamp is one of the better fire type, fighting type Pokemon, especially as like a non-mega, non-legendary, so definitely worth doing. And then Tier 3 Shadow Raids have Pokemon like Pinsir, Sableye, and Mawile, all 3 of which can be shiny, so Shadow Shiny is available. And actually, all of the Tier 1 Shadow Raids can be shiny, except, unfortunately, for Sudowoodo, which is my favorite Pokemon. And then, as I said, there are brand new Shadow Pokemon that have been released. Every time a Team Go Rocket update like this happens, we always get a couple of new Shadow Pokemon. So the new ones that we're getting during this event, we've got Shadow Caterpie, Shadow Mankey, also Shadow Roggenrola, which is super cool and should be a pretty good rock type, Shadow Venipede, Shadow Cricketon, what is this thing? Cricketot, and then Shadow Shelmet, I think it's called. I'm really blanking on Pokemon names today. I've been in and out of calls all day long. My mind is melted. So that's what to look forward to during this Team Rocket event, which ends on Friday, October 11th. Which is my birthday. And then we've got another cliff and actually another announcement happening. There is a Galarian, what is this? Yamask and Galarian Yamask Research Day. This is happening on Saturday, October 19th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. There's gonna be a bunch of cool stuff going down it. Well, the cool stuff will be the fact that Galarian Yamask and Yamask will be available in field research during those 3 hours. So if you ever wanted a shiny of either one of those, or a Shundo, this is your best opportunity to get it. These are some of the best events ever to find a Shundo because field research has a IV floor, which means you're much more likely to find a 100% IV Pokemon, and then also too, the shiny rates will be boosted for both Yamask and Galarian Yamask. So, more likely to get a shiny, more likely to get a hundo. It's a good combination. Now, the evolutions of Yamask and Galarian Yamask, to my understanding, aren't super meta relevant, but they are definitely very rare shiny because Yamask and Galarian Yamask really only come to Pokemon Go once a year during the Halloween season. You kind of only ever see them in October. Boom, Crobat down. So, definitely a worthwhile event worth playing. And the next cliff, which will give us... man. Let's see if we can find a new Shadow Pokemon.
Got another Arlo down. This is the next thing, which is another Beldum. We'll take it.
Check this out. We've got Galarian Expedition, the 20 Ultra Balls, 5,000 XP, a Alolan Marowak encounter, okay, and 2 Cheeky Field Research encounters, which give, Nidoran and Nidoran. And got this collection challenge done too, which gives 20 Ultra Balls, 5,000 XP, Aerodactyl. And off of the Go Plus while we were out, check it out, got a shiny Mischievous, which is so sick. So got that shiny today, and I also hatched a shiny Wynot the other day too, extra small shiny Wynot. And I don't know if I showed this, but I got an Onyx. Some recent shinies that I have not recorded, but Wynot out of an egg, Mischievous out of the wild, and we got our Shadow Heatran at level 40. That's the new Rocket event. These are 2 new videos. Check them out. See you in there.